So the while loop would work perfectly fine, but as software developers, we always want to short down our code to being as little as possible, right? So what I'll do is I'll make a for loop here instead, which is pretty much a while loop, just in a written in a different way. So what I'll do is I'll start out by declaring the variable just like before, and I'll call it j this time because I is already taken. So I can't use a variable of the name I again, because in this scope right here, in between these curly brackets start here, and until we get to the end curly bracket here, I'm not allowed to use the same name. I'm in a scope here that I is already used. So I say I want j to be equal 0 instead of I, but it's the same idea. I say that j needs to be less than words.length, just like I did with the I question up here. So notice, this is where I add the variable I need. This is where I make the check. If I should continue the while loop, I just do it here now in a one-liner. And the last thing is I need to say j++ just to add one, just like I did with the I, right? So I'll end it with the curly brackets to start. So this is a new scope area right here. So I'll do that in here, and I'll just console write the same thing, but this time with a j inside it. And I'll also just add a console write line right here, write line, and write something like this, just to show that we're actually getting a new set here. So let's try and run this now, and now you'll see the words printed twice with the lines in between. So it works just the same, but now you have two different ways of writing the loop, right? So now you can either use the while loop. Some cases that makes a lot of sense. Other cases this makes more sense, but I'll show you even more loops. So see you in the next lessons where we'll play around with other types of loops. Have fun.